Good afternoon, everyone. I'm from Group 2, who presented just before, and this is side project of that company. And because we are focusing on food, and for this project, we will focus on food loss. And food loss is different from food disposal. And so food loss is the food that we can still eat. We can still eat. So, but that is disposed. So we'll try to um, try to make platform, and we'll distribute those wasted food. So I'll go through quickly, and so our customer will be the customer of a company because we are a venture company. So we will focus on customers, but also this is a big social issue. So our target customer will also be public in general. And so what I choose to do with this project is smart use of digital transformation, because I use internet and I will make the platform on the internet. So there will be the smart use of digital transformation. And for this concept is not brand new, because some companies, for example, in US, Australia, and even in Japan are focusing on this concept. So I would redefine the existing one, and so it will be, the design will be metaphor or analogy, and for principal value to realize, this will impact to the social, but because we are the venture company, we need first to realize the value of business as a business. And this is a rich picture, and for right now, the annual food loss in Japan amounts to about 5 to 8 million tons, and that will nearly equal to the rice production in Japan, that is 8 million tons. And so food loss, as I said, it can still be eaten. And for the fiscal year 2014, 6.21 million tons are wasted, so means food loss. And it can be divided into the business part and the household parts. And for the business part, 3.39 million tons was wasted. And in that 3.39 million tons, 42% belongs to the manufacturer. That means for the product producers, the farmers. So farmers will dispose this is focused on vegetables or vegetables. And for vegetable, 5 to 10% of annual production are discarded, so food loss. And so that will amount to 0.9 million ton to 1.4 million ton. And because, so why they are disposed, even they can be still eaten? It's because they are imperfect, or maybe all surplus. This is a picture, for example, because right now, Japanese agriculture, 76% of vegetables are distributed through the JA, the Japanese Agricultural Cooperatives, and they will sort out the vegetables by also the size, not only the quality, but also the size. So if there's a standard of the vegetables, and if it just a bit over the standards, they will just go to the bin. Yes, and this is right now the supply chain of the vegetables, and so the farmers produce, and then they will send that vegetables to JA, and JA will clean, wash, and sort out by size, and JA will sell it to the wholesaler, and then the wholesaler sell it to the intermediate wholesaler, and then retail store, and we buy it. Or maybe the company for restaurant will buy it from maybe retail store or intermediate wholesaler, but yes. So, and for example, the retail price, 50% of the retail price accounts to those intermediates. And so that's so inefficient, I think. And for example, if we buy for a cabbage for 150 yen, 75 yen belongs to those intermediates. And 75% belongs to farmers, but farmers need the production cost, and they will, for cabbage, they will get about 20% only for the profit. So what I will do as this side project is that we will make platform that will match consumers and farmers directly. So just the bit, just not standard, but the taste is the same as the standard cabbage. We can buy at 60%. So the consumer will get the profit, and farmers is, because right now farmers all dispose those cabbage because they are not just too big or something, and they can sell it. So farmers will also get the value or profit. And producing vegetables will use so much water and energy. So as making this platform will save water and energy. So the project concept in diagram, the drivers of the project will be that currently in Japan, agriculture industry is said to be so inefficient, and agricultural reform is going on right now. And also SDGs, target 12.3 said that it will try to reduce food losses along production and supply chains. And so it matches. And right now people are more interested in eating fresh food. So comparing to distributing through all those intermediate companies, direct distribution will make time much smaller, much shorter, so that it is, I think it is comparably more fresh. And for the resources, we use ICT and of course employee and farmers. This is not my resource, but yes, farmers will essential. And background of our project is that yes, current similar system is not efficient, and we want to demonstrate an eco-life model fit for our communities. And root of the project development, we will use hybrid system approach, as I use the rich picture that is a soft system, and also I will, because making some platform, we need system approach. And yes, for the project conception, this side project mission is to make a platform where farmers sell imperfect and surplus vegetables, and consumers can buy them with relatively low price, comparing to those buying from retail store. And for the project goal, because it's the 2-year project, I will target to reduce loss and waste of edible imperfect or surplus vegetables in Kanto area by 20%. So that will be the 2-year goal, which I will try to achieve. And so as is state is that right now, as I said, 0.77 to 1.4 million tons are wasted annually right now. And what we want to achieve is to eliminate loss and waste of edible imperfect or surplus vegetables. But to attain those visions, there are so much hurdles. And first of all, we need to attract farmers to sell their produce, the vegetables, to our platform. And then we need to also recognize the importance of this program to consumers, so that they have the incentive, or they want to buy the vegetables from our platform. And so as I recognize those people recognize this problem is big issue. We need to motivate them to take action, and we need to spread those people. So it's very hard project. And for the stakeholder, there are many stakeholders, and these are the some of the main stakeholders, I think. And yes, financial investor, community, also farmers, and also MAFF, Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries, and also Consumer Affairs Agency, and METI will be some part. And yes, of course, JA is the big hurdle, one of the big hurdle. And analysis of enabling means, for this project we use internet only, not blockchain for this project. So only ICT, and we will try to get money from venture capital because we are a venture team, and this is side project, yes. And we use system thinking for this project. For project management, we need to design the concept because this is just what I think right now, but we need to verify that the issue is actually exists. So we need to develop the idea and we need to build some issue hypothesis and we need to clarify assumptions, verify hypothesis. And after that, we need to see whether that program actually fit, the solution that we provide actually fit to those problems. And then we build the minimal variable product and run the launch and evaluate, and we will run that cycle as fast as possible. And if we could, and if there actually exist the programs, if we can acquire some customers, we'll transition to scale. We'll try to scale this platform. And for finance, yes, we need to formulate business plan, calculate free cash flow, evaluate corporate value, and plan capital policy because we will finance from venture capital. And yes, and also recruiting is very essential part. And this will be the project schedule. And so we will first design the concept as a side project. At this point, we don't finance any money. We'll just think and see whether the problem actually exists. And then maybe at the product market fit stage, we will finance. And for the recruiting, we will try to recruit for all 2 years. Yes, that's it.
Thank you very much, Kinoshita-san. You have very good analysis about the business. Well, we listened to 2 different presentations. They both practice Christianism. The difference is Catholic or Protestant, right? Someday, please merge with each other, right? So any clarification questions, short questions? Okay, okay.
The first one. My question is about the budget. And I'm wondering why you cannot estimate the cost of the project. This is my understanding. To create the system or blockchain, we need a system engineer. That's why we can simply count the number of system engineer. Is it true or not?
Thanks for your question. About the budget, we are a venture company, so we want to have venture capital to invest us. And also about the platform, we want to have engineers. And also from my relationships, I can find very qualified engineer. And I think it's not a so big problem for us. And what's your second question, please? Can you repeat your second question? Do you have a second question?
No, I have only one.
No, only one.
What is the component of the budget? Only the system engineer or something else you need?
Oh,
I mean, we are not figure out like what kind of platform we are going to create. For example, like really big platform, then we also need to invest a lot of money for this, not to just like use that platform, but also need to pay for another like security related materials or kind of a lot of. We also need to like seek what kind of company we also negotiate with using with that platform. But on the other hand, if we actually create a really small one, then we figure out like we don't need to pay that much money. So we, first of all, we actually need to find out like what kind of platform could be really suitable in our case. So maybe if we actually chose which one, then we can actually finalize what kind of like budget we can estimate.
In additional, we have very clear for our platform design. So maybe we don't need to build a really huge platform. We maybe use a service package. So our customers, our clients use our service package, use our platform. So it's not that expensive. So we don't have to worry that we run out of money, I think. So as Bando-san explained, we need further discussion about that. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay, my second question is about the platform. Second question is about platform. I'm not fluent, familiar with this system. Could you let me know the deliverable of your project? Platform is application or something else?
Maybe you can imagine like we actually have this shared idea of like Mercari or like there is another like agriculture platform similar like Mercari. Maybe we also need to clarify what kind of platform is very acceptable in our agricultural industry because we actually deal with very low products. So that's my answer. But
Yes, it's similar with medically smart, but maybe we are more like a service package. So, you in maybe it's like when you actually use it, you don't have to worry about the cost. Maybe you just use a package and you download the app, or you act your access to our platform, and for the first time you make the you make your record with viewing recording that because for example agriculture field, and if you're a farmer, you can video your field, your food, and you can upload it to the network because we have a broadcasting network through the chain block. So the clients and all the people you use in the platform, you can choose to open the data to them, and the real things that going on in the field will be seen by the peoples. So people will say, oh, this is built in this place, and seems nice, and this is healthy, it seems safe. So I think I can buy it. And also because it's a decentralized platform, so if you want to change anything, that will be recorded, and it's not so easy to change. So everything will be have a transparency. So people use this platform, they will think I can use it more. So they will call friends, and the users will get more and more. So it has a network effect. The people who use it get more, so the cost will get lost. So it will have our interest. So our investment will be called back. We will receive the investment during 2 years because we have to use maybe 1 year. And in our project management, we use 13 months to build the platform, to build the service package. So after that, we will to have our market campaign or market events to have our brand new system to be known by the public. So in that 2 year, maybe more than 2 years, but it will be really quick to receive the investment. Yeah.
Okay, thanks so much. Clear.
Thank you.
Okay. This moment, we wish to take a break, coffee break, for how many minutes, Sensei? Okay, 10 minutes. 45? No, that's 225, so 240? 240, 15 minutes break. Enjoy your coffee outside. はい。ね、あと